to the Valley Center Playhouse.
The Herdmans were the worst kids in the whole history of the world. They lied and stole and smoked cigars, even the girls. And they talked dirty, hit little kids, cussed their teachers, took the name of the Lord in vain, and set fire to Fred Shoemaker's old broken-down tool house.
And that's not all. Somebody sent 5 dozen donuts to the firemen, and the Herdmans ate them all. And what they couldn't eat, they stuck down their pockets and down the front of their shirts.
And they wrote this really, really dirty word on the back of Naomi Waddle's favorite pet turtle. So now Naomi can't take it to the YMCA pet show. Her mother won't let her.
What was the word?
And they wrote it in fluorescent paint so it glows in the dark. So now, even when you can't see the turtle, you can still see the word.
And they put a whole bunch of tadpoles in the school drinking fountain. Mrs. Barnes swallowed 2 or 3 by mistake. So I yelled, "Mildred, stop! You're drinking tadpoles!" But it was too late.
Did she get sick?
Not right away.
And that's not all. Now I'm going to tell you about the Christmas pageant and what they did to that. There were 6 of them. Ralph, Imogene, Leroy, Claudia, Ollie, and Gladys. They went through the Woodrow Wilson School like those South American fish that scrub your bones clean. They went around town the same way. Stealing things, whamming little kids, tearing things up. So it was hard to get away. There was only one safe place.
Sweet hour of prayer, sweet hour of prayer, because there are no herdmen there. But Jesus loves us as they say, because he keeps them miles away.
That's my little brother, Charlie. That's what Charlie said when the Sunday school teacher asked him what his favorite thing about church is. Charlie said no herdmen. That made the teacher mad. So all the other kids said nice things about God, Jesus, and good feelings. But old Charlie told the real truth. No herdmen.
I don't care what everybody else said. That's what they really thought. All that other stuff is okay. The main good thing about church is that the Hermans aren't there ever.
That's not a very Christian sentiment, it seems to me.
Well, maybe not, but it's a very practical sentiment. Poor Charlie was black and blue all last year. He had to sit next to Leroy Herdman in school.
Is that the worst one, Leroy?
They're all the worst one.
Yeah, well, Ralph's the biggest, so if Ralph gets ya.
That doesn't make any difference. Gladys isn't big, but she's fast and she's mean and she bites.
Forget I asked. Just stay away from all of them.
That's what I said. Stay away from them. Go to church.
I'm glad to hear you feel that way.
Why?
No arguments this year about the Christmas pageant.
I don't want to be a shepherd again.
Well, tell Mrs. Armstrong you want to be a wise man.
I don't want to be in it.
Oh, come on, Charlie. Everybody's in it. Well, just think how I'd feel sitting there on Christmas Eve if my own 2 children aren't even in the pageant. Well, think how your father would feel. You'd feel terrible, wouldn't you, Bob? Bob!
Well, actually, I wasn't planning on going. Well, it's so crowded there. They could use my seat. I'll just stay home, relax, put on my bathrobe. You know, there's never anything different at the Christmas pageant anyway.
Well, there will be something different this year.
What?
Charlie will be wearing your bathrobe.
You're just making that up.
Why don't you be Joseph? Elmer Hopkins will pay you $1 to be Joseph. Elmer's sick of being Joseph all the time, just because his father's the minister. Nobody wants to be Joseph.
Nobody wants to be in it.
What about you, Beth? What are you going to be this year?
I'm always in the angel choir.
Oh, there. Why can't Charlie be in the angel choir?
Because I can't sing.
From what I've heard, that's not much of a drawback. Away in a manger sounds like a closet full of mice to me.
What do you wear in the angel choir?
Bed sheets.
Oh boy, some choice. A bathrobe and a bed sheet. Come on, let's go watch TV.
You know, Mrs. Armstrong works very hard to give everyone a lovely experience.
Oh, Mom, Mrs. Armstrong just likes to run things.
They're right, you know. She directs the Christmas pageant, she runs the potluck supper, and she's chairman of the bazaar. Honestly, I think Helen Armstrong would preach the sermon if anyone would let her.
Is that George Armstrong's wife?
Yes.
Well, maybe she'll be running the hospital this year.
What?
Because that's where she is. I just talked to George the other day, and he tells me his wife is in traction, and she'll be tied up for 2 weeks and laid up at least until the start of the year.
The start of the year? Oh, no. Oh, well, they'll just have to cancel Christmas.
She's in charge of Christmas.
Well, she's in charge of the Christmas pageant, and she's in charge of the bazaar. Oh, I do feel sorry for Helen, but who's going to do all those things?
Yes, I'll take over the bazaar, Edna. You'll do the potluck supper. I don't know what in the world we're going to do about the Christmas pageant, though. Unless, how about Grace?
Well, I can't do it. I've got company the entire week of Christmas. What about Grace? Hello? Grace?
Bob! I have to direct the Christmas pageant!
Does that mean I have to go?
Our Christmas pageant isn't what we call four-star entertainment. Mrs. Armstrong breaking her leg was the only unexpected thing that ever happened to it. So it's the same old Christmas story, the same old Christmas carols, and the same old Mary and Joseph. And that's what my mother was stuck with. That and Mrs. Armstrong.
Tell you again, Grace, how important it is to give everyone a chance. Here's what I do. I always start with Mary, and I tell them that we must choose our Mary very carefully because, after all, Mary was the mother of Jesus.
I know that, Helen.
Yes, and then I tell them about Joseph and how he was God's choice to be Jesus' father. That's how I explain that.
I thought
Great.
Mrs. Armstrong was in traction. How can she talk on the phone if she's in traction?
What do you think traction is?
He knows
Like where
all
they put
about
you to
Mary
sleep?
and Joseph.
No such luck. Beth, we need salt and pepper napkins. Can you get those?
And how important they all are. And I always say, there are no small parts, only small actors. Remind the angel choir.
Oh, hold on, Charlie. Wait for dinner. Leave some for the rest of us.
And don't
I'm
let them
hungry.
hear you.
Leroy turned
Give me
into my
dinner.
lunch
Don't
again.
let them wear.
How can you let him do that to you day after day?
How can I stop it?
Do hope you don't have too many.
Where's
big
the chicken?
angels, because they
Grace!
are big,
Grace, where's the
big
chicken?
problem.
It's still in the oven.
I'll get
You'll
it.
need to get someone to push the baby angels on stage, otherwise they get in each other's way and bend their wings. Bob could do that, and he could keep an eye on the shepherds too. Oh, another word about the angel choir, Grace. Whatever you do, don't let them wear lipstick. They think that just because
Helen, I have to go.
that they have to wear lipstick.
Helen, there's someone I know. I'll talk to you later.
Terrible. And what?
Yes.
No, Grace?
I'm coming.
Well.
Excuse me, lady. Could you spare me a bite to eat? I haven't had a square meal in 3 days.
For heaven's sake, it's just you.
Well, it's kind of lonely at the table here all by myself.
Oh, poor baby. I think Helen's probably lonely in the hospital, too.
Oh, not as long as the telephones are working.
I bet she told you that. No small parts. Only small actors.
Yeah, she did.
And getting someone to shove the baby angels on, and getting the shepherds to shut up.
Yes, actually, she suggested your father.
Does that mean I have to go?
Oh, and Grace, don't get just anybody's baby for Jesus. Get a quiet one. Better yet, get two if you can. That way, if one turns out to be fussy, you can always switch them.
My mother didn't pay much attention to Mrs. Armstrong. She said Mrs. Armstrong was just stuck in the hospital with nothing to do but think of problems. But there weren't going to be any problems. Of course, my mother didn't count on her. That was Charlie's fault.
Hey, Leroy, give me back my lunch. Sure, kid, here. You stole my dessert again. How do you know? Because it isn't here. What was it? 2 Twinkies. That's right. That's what it was. Hey, Leroy, you think it's so great to steal my dessert every day? Well, you know what? I don't really care if you steal my dessert. I'll even give you my dessert. I get all the dessert I want at Sunday school. Oh, yeah? What kind of dessert? All kinds. Chocolate cake, candies, ice cream. We get desserts all the time, all we want.
You liar.
And ice cream and donuts and cupcakes.
Who gives them to you?
The minister.
Why? Crazy?
No, I think he's rich. Sunday school.
Hey, Ralph! Listen to this! That was the wrong thing to tell the Herdmans. And sure enough, next Sunday, they were there in Sunday school. Just in time to hear about the Christmas pageant.
What's a pageant?
It's like a play.
Like on TV? What's it about?
It's about Jesus.
Everything here is.
And it's about Mary. Mostly it's about Mary.
Who's Mary?
I am. Well, probably I am. I know the part.
Come on, Beth. Charlie, you and David, come.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I guess what? I got my beer last. I got lots of speaking
Now, this won't take very long if you'll all just settle down. Today, we're going to decide who will play the main roles in our Christmas pageant. Of course, everyone will have an important part to play. You know what Mrs. Armstrong always tells you? There's no small parts, only small actors. Isn't that what she says?
That's what she always says, but she never says what it means.
Don't you know what it means?
I know what it means. It means all the short kids have to sit in the front row of the angel choir or else nobody can see them.
Well, not exactly. It really means that even the tiniest baby angel is just as important as Mary.
I don't think anyone is as important as Mary.
Well, naturally, that's what you think, Alice, but I think Jesus is most important.
I still think it means the short kids have to be in the front row.
No, Mary always said
Mary never get a chance ever.
Girls. Every part is important. Mary, Jesus, and the short kids. Now, is everyone here? Beverly, would you run out in the hall, please, and see if anyone else is coming? Thank you. Now, Doris, you and Beverly will be our tiny angels. And please remind your mothers that you need bed sheets.
Mrs. Bradley,
Yes.
does the angel choir need bed sheets too?
Yes, good question. They need bed sheets too. And if any of you have any old bathrobes at home, would you please bring... Well, now what's the matter? Oh, make some room for the Herdmans. Okay. Where's Beverly?
I think she went home. I think she got sick.
Well, did she say she was sick?
She just left. All I did was I just said, "Hi, Beverly," and she just left.
I see. All right. Will someone please tell Beverly about the rehearsals? The next 4 Wednesdays after school, plan to come to every one.
What if we get sick?
Oh, you won't get sick. Now, Mary and Joseph must absolutely come to every rehearsal.
What if they get sick?
Well, they won't get sick either, Elmer.
Well, Beverly got sick and we haven't even started yet.
Well, we don't know that Beverly is sick. Now, I want you all to... Oh, Beverly, honey, are you all right? Why don't you sit here where I can watch you, okay? Or maybe not. Right here. Okay. Okay. Now, I want you all to think about Mary. We all know the kind of person Mary was. She was quiet and gentle and kind. And the girl who plays Mary should try to be that kind of person. Who would like to volunteer for that part? Imogen, do you have a question?
No, I want to be Mary, and Ralph over there, he wants to be Joseph.
Yeah, right.
Oh, well, I'll just make a list of volunteers for these parts, and then we'll all decide who it should be. Ralph, Herdman, All right. Who else would like to volunteer for Joseph? Elmer, did you raise your hand?
No.
No? Oh, just raise your hand. Any volunteers? What about you shepherds? No? Oh, very well. Ralph Herdman will be our Joseph. All right. Now, Imogene has volunteered excuse me, volunteered to be Mary. Who else can I write on my list for that? Maxine? No? Beth? Alice, you want to volunteer, don't you?
No, I don't want to. I'll be married. Shut up, Gladys. I'm already married. You be a wise man.
Well, wise men are usually boys. But they don't have to be. We'll do something.
I'll be a wise man. Me too. Claudia, you want to be a wise man? Raise your hand.
What's the wise man?
Just raise your hand.
What's left to be?
Some angel.
I'll be that. What is it?
It's the angel of the Lord who visits the shepherds and brings them the good news. Well, now we have volunteers. David, would you like to be a wise man?
No. I just like to say I can't be a wise man because I'm going to Philadelphia.
Why didn't you say so earlier?
I just remember that my mom doesn't want me to be a shepherd.
Well, why not?
I don't know. She just said don't be a shepherd.
Oh.
I'm not going to be a shepherd.
Charles J. Bradley. Yes, you are. What is the matter with all of you?
I don't want to be a shepherd. Gladys Herdman hits too hard.
Gladys isn't going to hit anybody. The angel of the Lord just visits the shepherds in the field and tells them Jesus is born.
And hits them.
Now, Elmer, that's ridiculous, and I don't want to hear another word about it from anyone. No shepherds may quit or get sick. Now, that's all for today, boys and girls. You can go, but I expect to see you next Wednesday at 6:30. Alice, what is the matter with you? Why in the world didn't you raise your hand?
I don't know.
I was counting on you to volunteer. Don't you want to be married?
Oh, come on, Alice. I don't know. I didn't dare raise my hand. Imogene would have killed me. She said, I'm going to be married in this Christmas pageant, so if you open your mouth or raise your hand, you wish you didn't. And I said, I'm always married in the Christmas pageant. And she said, go ahead then. Next spring when the pussy willows come out, I'll stick a pussy willow so far down your ear that it'll sit there and grow and grow. And you'll spend the rest of your life with the pussy willow bush growing right out of your ear.
You know she wouldn't do that, Alice.
She would too. The Herdmans would do anything. You just watch. They'll do something terrible and ruin this whole pageant. And it's all your mother's fault. Come on, Maxine.
Jane? Yeah, it's Edna McCarthy. Did you hear about the... Well, it must be Grace's fault somehow. How else would the six of them have ended up in the Christmas pageant when they ought to be in jail?
Vera, Irma, look. I just heard that Imogene Herdman is going to be married in the Christmas pageant, and I just think, is that a fact?
All six of them? Vera, I live next door to that outfit, and I'd rather live next door to a zoo. Has Grace gone crazy? Where did they come from?
Who let them in? Imogene Herdman? What kind of a child is that to play Mary, the mother of Jesus? And where was Reverend Hopkins, I would like to know? He was what? Oh, visiting shut-ins. Well, I'm a shut-in, and he wasn't visiting me. What's that better? Now the church. Tell it to go hide. Oh, I feel so responsible. If I'd been up and around, this never would have happened.
If I'd been up and around, this never would have happened. Well, let me tell tell you.
Oh, don't tell me. I'm on your side. Now, the car's over here, and...
Helen Armstrong is not the only woman alive who can direct a Christmas pageant. I'd made up my mind just to do the best I could, given the circumstances. But now I'm determined this is going to be the best Christmas pageant ever because
Yes.
I'm going to do it with the Herdmans. After all, nobody else raised their hands. And I don't think that it really matters about whether the Herdmans
Good
are
for
there
you.
or
Great.
not.
Car's over here.
And you're going to help me.
Oh, does that mean I have to...
Yes, you have to go. All right, the inn is back here off stage, and then the shepherds will come in and they'll gather around the manger, okay?
Where do all the shepherds come from anyway? What's an inn? It's like a motel where people go to spend the night. But people, Jesus! Oh, honestly, Jesus wasn't even born yet. Mary and Joseph weren't there. Why? To pay their taxes. At a motel? Shut up, Ollie. Everybody shut up. I want to hear her. Begin at the beginning.
At the beginning.
The beginning of the play. What happens first?
Well, Imogene, this is the Christmas story from the Bible. Well, haven't you ever heard the Christmas story from the Bible? Well, that's what this pageant is about. I guess I'd better read it to you.
I don't believe that to you, that they never heard the Christmas story. Why not? They don't even know what a Bible is till your dumb brother told them that we got refreshments. Now we have to waste all this time for nothing.
All right, here it is. There went out a decree from Caesar Augustus that all the world should be taxed. And Joseph went up from Galilee with Mary his wife, being great with child.
Pregnant? She was pregnant?
We all know that Mary was pregnant. That's enough.
I don't think it's very nice to say Mary was pregnant.
That while they were
She
there,
was. I don't think your mother should say Mary was pregnant. I'm not supposed to talk about people being pregnant, especially in church.
and wrapped him in swaddling clothes and laid him in a manger because there was no room for them in the inn.
My gosh! They didn't have room for Jesus?
Well, nobody knew the baby was going to be Jesus.
Didn't Mary know? Didn't he know? What's wrong with him not telling her? And her pregnant and everything. What's a manger? Some kind of bed?
Well, they didn't have a bed in the barn, so Mary had to use whatever she could find. Well, what would you do if you had a new baby and no bed to put the baby in?
We stuck Gladys in a bureau.
There you are. You didn't have a bed for Gladys, and so you had to use something else.
Oh, we had a bed. Only Ollie was still in it. She wouldn't get out. She didn't like Gladys. Remember how you didn't like Gladys?
That was pretty smart of Ollie not to like Gladys right off the bat.
Anyway, Leroy, a manger is a large wooden feeding trough for animals.
What were the wadded up clothes?
The what?
It said there, she in wadded up clothes.
Oh, swaddling clothes. People used to wrap babies up very tight with big pieces of material so they felt safe and cozy.
They tied him up and stuck him in a feed box? Where was the child welfare?
The child welfare is at our house every 5 minutes.
There wasn't any child welfare in Bethlehem. I'll say there wasn't.
And there were shepherds keeping watch over their flocks by night. And lo, the angel of the Lord.
Shazam! Out of the black night with horrible vengeance, the mighty marvel.
Gladys, I don't know what you're talking about.
The mighty marvel, an amazing comet. Out of the black night with horrible vengeance.
Gladys,
The
this is the
mighty
angel
marvel.
of the Lord who visits the shepherds in the fields.
Out of nowhere, right? Out of the black night, right?
Well, in a way.
Shazam!
Okay, now, when Jesus was born, there came wise men from the east, bearing gifts of gold and frankincense
What's that?
and myrrh.
What's that?
Well, they're special things, precious oils and
Oil?
spices.
What kind of a present is oil? We get better presents from the welfare.
Were they the welfare? Wise men?
No, they were kings. And
Well, it's about time somebody important showed up. If they're kings, baby out of the barn and tell the innkeeper where to get off.
Well, they were sent by Herod, who wanted to find Jesus and have him put to death.
My gosh! He just got born. They're gonna kill a baby?
Whose Herod is this play?
Herod isn't in this play.
He's out to kill the baby, and he isn't even in the play?
Well, somebody better be Herod. Let Charlie be Herod. And he said, go get me that baby. And they say, okay, because he's a king and all.
But then they don't do it. They go back and get Herod.
I'm not going to be Herod.
No one is going to be Herod.
No, Joseph gets the shepherds together and they all go wipe out Herod. See, they're going to put one in, and it's going to be me, and I'm going to get killed.
Forget about Herod. There's no Herod.
And I run off with the baby till the fight's over. Somebody better fix the innkeeper.
Gladys, you wipe out the innkeeper.
I can't. I'm an angel.
Well, I wouldn't stick around the barn. I'd go get a room. She said there wasn't any room. Then I'd kick somebody out. I'd tell them I've got this baby, and it's the middle of winter, so either get out or move over.
I'll go after old Herod.
I'd send the angel out to Herod, and all she'd have to do is point her electric finger and turn the pile of ashes.
Yeah, that.
What's the name of this place? She never said.
Christmas pageant.
That's not a name. That's what it is. I know a name. I call it Revenge at Bethlehem.
Yeah! Revenge at Bethlehem? The herders thought the Christmas story came right out of the FBI files. But at least they picked out the right villain. It was Herod they wanted to gang up on, not baby Jesus. But the baby Jesus quit the pageant anyways. It was supposed to be Eugene Slocum. Mrs. Slocum said she wasn't going to let Imogene Herdman get her hands on her baby. And that bothered my mother. So she kept trying to scratch the baby, even at the last rehearsal. What's that you're writing in?
It's like a diary.
It is not. It's all about the Herdman. Imogene curses and swears all the time. Ralph talks about sexy things. Mrs. Bradley called Mary pregnant. Gladys Herdman drinks communion wine. It isn't wine, it's grape juice.
I don't care what it is. She drinks it. I've seen her 3 times with her mouth all purple. They still, too. If you shake the birthday bake, it doesn't make a sound because the Herdman stole all the pennies out of it. And every time you go into the ladies' room, Imogene Herdman sitting in the Mary costume, smoking cigars.
And you wrote all this down? What for?
For my mother and Reverend Hopkins and the Ladies' Aid Society and anybody else who wants to know what happens when this turns out to be a big mess.
All right, everyone, let's get quiet. Beth, Alice, would you come back, please, so we can get started? Thank you. Now, this is our last rehearsal, and we're going to...
Grace! I just wanted to let you know that we're all back in the kitchen making applesauce cake. I hope we don't disturb you. I guess this is your dress rehearsal.
Well, it's supposed to be. Edna, did I hear that your niece had a baby a month or so ago?
Yes, a little girl.
Oh.
She's 5 weeks old, and
how
she's perfect and
perfect.
healthy and beautiful.
I wonder how it would be if I would call your niece and ask her if we could borrow...
Grace, no. No, I suppose I could make up a story and tell you that she's sick or she's cranky or something, but the truth is she's perfect and healthy and beautiful, and we'd like to keep her that way. So there is no way on earth that we're going to turn her over to Imogene Herdman. Oh, sorry, Grace.
Mrs. Baggy, you can use my new brother as Jesus.
David, I didn't know you had a new baby.
He's not new. He's 4 years old, but he's double jointed. He can probably squint up.
Oh, honey, thank you, but no, I don't think...
I don't think that's a baby!
How can you do that, Imogen?
Well, there's always 2 or 3 of them sitting in baby carriages outside the supermarket. I'll just get one of them.
Imogen, you can't just walk off with somebody's baby. Okay. We'll have to forget about using a baby. I guess we'll just use the doll.
Yeah, the doll's better anyway. It can't bite.
And Imogen, dear, you know Mary didn't wear earrings.
I have to wear these. If I don't wear these, the holes in my ears are gonna close together.
Well, they won't close up in an hour and a half. What did the doctor tell you to do?
What doctor?
Well, who pierced your ears?
Gladys.
She probably did it with an ice pick. I bet Imogen's ears will turn black and fall off.
Well, we'll find something smaller. And is this your costume? Is that what you're going to wear? You know, you're all supposed to be in costume tonight.
I can't find my halo and my wings are all bent.
All right, I'll make a note.
My mother doesn't have any white sheets. Can I wear sheets with balloons on it?
No, Doris, we'll get you a sheet.
I don't have a costume. I've never been a shepherd before. You have to wear your father's bathrobe. That's what I have to do. My father doesn't even have a bathrobe. Then what does he hang around the house in? His underwear.
Okay, all right, now let's just pretend that you've got your costumes on, okay?
Are we going through the whole thing?
Well, yes, of course, David.
Oh.
But first, we're going to work on just the entrances. So all of you go to your places. Take the benches off with you, please. And I think we'll start with the shepherds. Maxine, would you start with just the last few lines, please?
Shepherds keeping watch over their flocks by night.
Music.
Shepherds? That's good.
Yeah.
And an angel of the Lord appeared to them. Shazam!
No!
What horrible vengeance! That was.
Go ahead, Maxine.
When I was about to fall over. A multitude of heavenly hosts.
Music. Angels. Music. Wise men.
I've got the baby here! Don't touch him! I named him Jesus!
No.
Hey,
Mary
Mary
doesn't say anything. Nobody says anything. Mary and Joseph just paint a nice picture for us to look at while we're thinking about Christmas and weddings. Now, put the baby back.
I don't even get to say anything. Some angel comes up and tells me what to name my baby. I would have named him Bill.
Oh, what a horrible thing to say.
What angel was that? There's angels all over the place. Was that Gladys?
No. Gladys is the angel of the Lord who visits the shepherds in the fields.
Yeah! Unto you a child is born!
Unto me, not them, me. I'm the one who's got the baby.
No, it just means that Jesus is for everybody. Unto all of us, a child is born.
I don't even get to name my own baby. What'd the angel do? Just walk up to him and say, name him, Jesus?
Yes!
I know what the angel said. She said, his name shall be called Wonderful, Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace.
My gosh! He'd never get out of the first grade if he had to write all that.
Hey, Leroy, cat!
What should I do? Should I start over?
No. 5 minutes, Maxine.
5 minutes, everyone! We never did start over, and we never did go through the whole thing. 5 minutes turned into 15 minutes, and Imogene Herdman spent the whole time smoking cigars in the ladies' room. Mrs. McCarthy walked in and saw the ladies' room full of smoke, and she called the fire department, and they came right away. applesauce cake had burnt up, and that made the ladies mad. And Mrs. McCarthy was mad. My mother was mad.
Why in the world would you call the fire department for a little bit of smoke?
A little bit of smoke. The ladies' room was filled with thick clouds of smoke.
It couldn't have been. You were just excited. But now look, there's firemen all over the church. And the baby angels are out on the street and they're crying. And the shepherds are running all over the fire trucks and half the neighborhood. Didn't you know it was cigar smoke?
No, I didn't know it was cigar smoke. I don't expect to find cigar smoke in the ladies' room of the church.
No, it's all about Jesus. We'll ever get a chance. Oh, we'll have the 15-minute intermission.
And the bathrooms and drinking towels are right through this curtain. And if you want refreshments, you have to go through this curtain and come around, or else the herdmans will get you.
Oh, let's get some! Yeah!
And the whole Ladies' Aid Society was mad. And Mrs. McCarthy was mad. And Reverend Hopkins said he didn't think anybody would show up. I didn't think so either, and neither did Charlie. But we were wrong. Christmas Eve, the whole church was jam-packed. Everybody came to see what the herdmans would do.
Here, until I turn the lights on. There. Now, watch your step.
Can't even see where I'm going.
Here. Can I go?
Here.
There.
Okay. And now, what do you want me to do with this?
I thought it would look like a palm tree. Well, I see now that it doesn't. Oh, I don't have any idea what's going to happen tonight. We've never once gone through the whole thing. And the herdmen still think it's some kind of spy story. You know, this may be the first Christmas pageant ever where the wise men and Joseph get into a fight and Mary runs off with the baby. Where are the kids?
All the kids in the world are downstairs putting on bed sheets.
No, I mean our kids.
We're here.
Oh, well, go get your costumes on. It's getting late.
It's just going to be awful, you know. They look like trick-or-treaters or something. All dirty and fastened together with safety pins, wearing their moldy old sneakers. They look like refugees or something. Mary and Joseph.
Well, they were. Mary and Joseph, they were refugees, in a way. Here they were, far away from home. No money, no place to go. They didn't know anybody. They were probably cold and tired and hungry and messy.
I don't know about tired and hungry, but they sure are messy.
Oh, dear, do you think that
Oh,
I
I
should...
think that you worry too much. Now, look, you want me to push the baby angels on, right? And to push the shepherds on and give them their staffs. And when do I do all these things?
Here, I've got a script for you.
Okay.
Just follow the script.
Okay. Angels and shepherds and wise men. And, you know, it doesn't say anything about the fire engines.
Oh, just kidding. It'll be wonderful. Is everyone here?
Mrs. Bradley,
Yes, Doris?
the angels have to go on in blackout.
Yes, they do.
Then how will we see in the dark?
That's a good question. Beth and Alice, would you be down front so you can help the little angels? Thank you. Now, let me just look at all of you. Gladys, where's your halo?
I can't read it. Listen, I think I ought to say something besides the baby cake. I mean, why would they all get up and tear off after some baby they don't even know? I had to tell them that's Jesus, and they had to tell them where he is.
I want you to say that unto you a child is born, and that's all I want you to say. Now, let's all go backstage and be real quiet while people are coming, and good luck.
Mrs. Bradley, actors don't say good luck. They say break a leg.
For those of you that don't know, it's theatrical. It doesn't mean break a leg. to remember that this is really a baby. And even more than that, this is the baby Jesus for tonight.
And they him in a baby because there was no room for him in here.
Jesus
in their whole life.
Being warned in a dream that they should not return to their own country, the wise men departed another way. The shepherds also departed, praising God for all that they had seen and heard. But Mary kept these things and pondered them in her heart.
Bess, look! Mary's crying! Mrs. Bradley, Mary's crying!
Irma, do you believe that was Imogene Herdman? And the rest of them? Oh, I think this was the best Christmas pageant we've ever had. And I think it was because of them. Is that possible?
Oh, I just get so weepy always at the pageant. You know, it's the children and the carols and all, but you're right. This was the best. And it should have been the worst.
There was something different about it.
The angel of the Lord certainly was different.
You know what, though? I liked that. Had some spirit. I mean, a lot of times you can't even hear the angel of the Lord. I think I'll go tell Gladys.
You know, now I wish I would have let her have Eugene to be the baby after all.
Well, who was the baby?
Oh, it was a doll.
No, Irma. That was no doll.
It did seem real.
It did seem real, as if it had happened just that way. We all thought the Christmas pageant was about Jesus. That was only part of it. About a new baby and his mother and father were in a whole lot of trouble. No place to go, no doctor, nobody they knew. And then, arriving from the east, like my uncle from New Jersey, some rich friends. Because of the Herdmans, it was a whole new story. Imogene birthing the baby, the wise men bringing such a sensible present, after all, he couldn't eat frankincense. And even Gladys, he's in the barn, go see him! So the shepherds didn't have to stumble all across the countryside. But I guess it wasn't like that for Imogene. For her, it turned out to be all wonder and mystery, as if she had just caught on to what Christmas is all about. After the pageant was over, we all had a party downstairs in the basement. But the Herdmans didn't stay. They didn't take any cocoa. They didn't run off with all the candy canes. And they didn't even take their cookies.
That's about it? Any kids left downstairs?
No, everybody's gone. You know you have your bathrobe on. You're not going to wear it, are you?
Why not? Someone might think I was a shepherd. Wouldn't mind being taken for a shepherd in this Christmas pageant.
Yes, you would. Some lady just came up and hugged me, just because I was a shepherd.
Because you're so cute.
Should I take this ham?
No, that's the Herdman's ham from their welfare basket. Leroy said, it's a present. You don't give back a present.
Leroy said that?
Yeah.
They must hate him.
You and Alice Gwendolyn.
And now what about the lights?
Oh, they're on a timer, and they're due to go off at midnight.
That's not far away. It's almost Christmas.
It's almost Christmas, kids.
Almost Christmas, Charlie.
Hey! Hey! Unto you a child is born!
Nature sing, and heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing.